Yo, happy Father's Day. I want to say happy Father's Day to my brothers. My brother Ron, my brother Moses, my brother Booker, my brother Freddie, my brother Kenny, my brother Ronnie, my brother David. Happy Father's Day, brothers. I want to give a shout out to one of my mentors, Bishop Hardy. Bishop Hardy, you've given me a lot of study materials and research that has been helping out with this ministry. And Bishop, I'm sure this one you will enjoy. Can y'all feel it? Do y'all feel it in the air? What I'm about to share with you is another wake-up call. Word on the street type deal. A listener asked the question, are aliens real? The answer, yes. But they are not aliens. Now, I want you to really hear me out. I want you to listen what the Spirit and I are going to break down for you. Cool? So check it. Let's start with Matthew 24:24. Matthew 24:24. There shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Has anyone ever read this verse, studied this verse, and wondered what was Jesus actually talking about? Better yet, what in the world could cause us, the elect of God, to lose our faith? Perhaps that answer is not of this world at all. Check it, kinfolk. This verse to me now, describes the great falling away, the coming great deception. Here's another one from Paul in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, verses 9 through 11. It reads, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. The coming of the lawless one will be in accord with how Satan works. He will use all sorts of displays of power through signs and wonders that serve the lie. And all the ways that wickedness deceive those who are perishing. They perish because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they believe the lie. This is Bible, folk, not internet conspiracy. It talks about deception so great that it will cause a lot of people to fall away, even the elect, if that were possible. It talks about God sending a powerful delusion so that those who refuse to love the truth would believe a lie. These verses are describing a monumental event. Something the world has never seen before. Something so big that it will shake our faith to the core, causing a lot of people to not believe in God or Jesus. And that's why this question, it has everything to do with your faith and with Christianity. So what could it be? A lot of people believe it will be the disclosure of alien life, or at least what they call aliens. But make no mistake, they are not aliens. They are fallen angels. You do know what's in the Bible, right, too. You know that's in the Bible. Okay, let's go to Genesis 6:4. Genesis 6:4. It reads, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Another verse you probably read and wondered, what in the world is going on here? It's very simple. The sons of God are fallen angels who left heaven and came to earth. The book of Enoch describes them as having committed an unpardonable sin against God. The book of Jude says these angels left their first estate, heaven and the heavenly dimensions. These fallen angels, with Lucifer, the devil, as their leader, who once was the chief angel, have been in war against God ever since. Genesis 6 also happens to be the same chapter of the story of Noah and the great flood. So now check it. Isn't it interesting when we get to another verse right out of Matthew 24, verse 37, which says this: as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. Hey, check it. What do you know? Another verse you probably read and had no idea what it meant. Check it. It's talking about the state of the earth, how the earth was in the days of Noah. Just a few verses before the Noah story in Genesis 6:4, it talks about the Nephilim being on the earth in those days. The Nephilim were crossbreeds between these fallen angels and humans. Have you ever noticed how much the Bible talks about giants? Nah, it ain't just talking about tall people. It's talking about, speaking of the Nephilim, a race of people 12 and even 20 feet tall. You do know that was Goliath, right? Goliath the God. He wasn't just a super tall guy. He was a descendant of the Nephilim. In fact, all the ites you read about in the Bible, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, they were all descendants of the Nephilim. So many mysteries in the Bible start to make sense when you understand this. You'll read the Old Testament in a whole new way. Trust me. Things will suddenly click. Like the age-old question: why did God command Israel to kill every living thing when they would conquer a city? Have you ever asked your pastor that question? And I bet the pastor didn't have a good answer. The answer is very simple. Check it. Israel, God's people, maintain pure human DNA. All the other tribes of people were mixes with the Nephilim. It's one of the reasons God destroyed the earth with the flood, to wipe out all this crossbreeding. And it's why he ordered Israel to wipe out all living things when they conquered a new area. That's what the earth was like in the days of Noah. So what does that mean will happen in the end times? The earth will be like that again. The fallen angels are here. And here's the deal. They will present themselves as aliens. They will claim they put life on this earth. They will claim they are our creators. And after all, once they reveal themselves, they will claim that we can see them, but we can't see Jesus. So he must not be real. Folks, look at the state of this world. The world is ready to welcome E.T. This is especially true here in America, a nation that has totally rejected the concepts of sin and salvation as obsolete. Millions will fall away from the faith. The groundwork has already been laid, folks. In fact, the story is so big, it's been reduced to simply being known as disclosure. They don't even have to say what's being disclosed anymore. You just say the disclosure event, and it's known that it's speaking of this alien disclosure. And you know what? I believe we're going to see it come to pass real soon. Real soon. It's imminent. And the risk to Christianity is great. Yo, these are not my word. That's the word. The verses I read to you, the word has been speaking and warning that this event is on the way. Acts 2:19. And wonders in the heavens above. Luke 21:11. There will be great signs from heaven. Yep. The tinfoil hat conspiracy theory phenomena has been verified. There really are unidentified flying objects, UFOs, now called unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, flying through the skies of planet Earth. They did a thing on 60 Minutes. And 60 Minutes, they put it this way. It says, we have tackled many strange stories on 60 Minutes, but perhaps none like this. It's the story of the U.S. government acknowledgement of unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP, more commonly known as UFOs. After decades of public denial, the Pentagon now admits there's something out there, and the U.S. Senate wants to know what it is. The Intelligence Committee has ordered the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense to deliver a report on mysterious sightings by next month. You know, the real question to ask is why these disclosures are coming forth at this time. Is there a hidden agenda behind the disclosure that has a more sinister impact? And now all of a sudden the Pentagon has been releasing UFOs video by the US Navy? It's just a matter of time before one of these UFO land and its occupants disembark. Will the world believe that these beings are aliens from another planet? Or will they understand that these beings are the gods of old, the sons of Elohim, who are here to wage a final war on Yahweh, Yeshua, and humanity? Is this a part of what Scripture calls the strong delusion, as stated in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, verses 11 through 12? Therefore Yahweh sends them a strong delusion, so that they may believe what is false, and so that all of them who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in evil, will be condemned. What do you say, homie? Check it. In conclusion to this, God has blessed us humans, with an ability to think, to reason, to search out a matter, which the Bible tells us is the glory of kings. Jesus even told us that we are to love the Lord our God with all our hearts, souls, and minds, but far too many of us settle for 2 out of 3. We all have a right to believe whatever we want. Just remember that some bad choices have eternal consequences. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. That's the gospel, homie. Yo, hit me up if you have any questions about this message, about what you just heard. Peace.